All right, so one of our viewers wrote to me and he noticed that a lot of times when I get to the cleaning and polishing phase, we'll put it in that fast video mode where it's just like, and he was like, hey, can you show us exactly what you're doing? And this was a guy who's fairly new. Well, we just finished sizing a ring and I soldered it. And now I've got to go through the cleaning and polishing phase. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do it for a 14 karat gold ring. So first off, you have to solder it and we're there. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to file, no, I'm not going to file it. I'm going to tap it round. So I'm going to put it on a ring mandrel, and if you look down the mandrel, you can see it's bent a little bit. If I push it down, then, as a rule, I like to put my finger up top of the stones All right, so now if you look down the mandrel, you can see it's now round. If I take it off, much better. Now I'm going to take a file and I'm going to take what's known as an inside round file. You can see it's got that rounded edge. And the first thing I'm going to do is come in here and file the inside smooth. Then I'm going to take the flat side of the file, come along here, and let me see if I can, okay, here's where I soldered it right there. So if you look close, you can see I filed it here and I filed it here, but I haven't finished filing it right there. I'm going to leave that just like that for a reason I'm about to show you. Then I'm just going to come across here and I'm going to do the same thing. As you can see, I got it mostly done, but not all the way. So let me set up for my next phase. So what happens when you're filing a ring? At some point, I'm going to file it, then I'm going to sand it, then I'm going to tripoli it, then I'm going to rouge it. So if I file that ring to where it's perfectly even all the way around, then I sand it, I'm taking off more ring than I really need to. And so I like to keep as much there. So as I showed you, I didn't go all the way with my file, but because I'm going to sand it, let's see if and if you can get in here, all right, you can see right here where I soldered it, I'm not quite finished, but because I now have to sand that, and basically I'm sanding out my file marks. So now it's completely gone. On the other side, same thing. And the sandpaper I'm using is a 320 grit. So basically, I'm going to do my finish, basically filing, so to speak, with sandpaper. So now you can see we've got it completely smoothed out. And so it's filed on the inside, filed on the outside, sanded on the outside. Now let's take it to the big polisher. Steps that I'm going to take to polish this, and once again, this is a 14 karat yellow gold ring. Next time I get a white gold one in here, we'll go through the steps of how I do that and why it's different. But like I just said, the procedure is file, sand, tripoli, rouge. So on the outside of the ring, we have already filed it and we've already sanded it. On the inside of the ring, we've only filed it. So I have this little piece of equipment right here. It's called the split wood mandrel, and it's got sandpaper wrapped around it. And once again, it's 320 sandpaper. So what it's going to do is it's going to sand out the file marks that I have on the inside of the ring. And if you can get in there and see, you can now see it's nice and smooth. So now the ring has been sized or soldered, it's been filed, it's been sanded on the inside and the outside. So now the next step is to go to tripoli and rouge. And tripoli, will take the sandpaper scratches and remove them and leave you a smooth surface, but not super shiny. Rouge will take the Tripoli finish and give it a bright finish. So we're going to start with this little piece of equipment. It's an inside ring felt buff. And so this is my Tripoli buff. So, see if you can maybe get a good shot of the inside of that so you can see it no longer has sanding marks, but it's got a smooth finish. Next, we'll pull this one off and put on the same thing, just a different compound. And this is Tripoli, or excuse me, Rouge. And right now I'm into this white Rouge. I don't know why. It works, I like it. Got it on sale or somebody gave it to me to try out. I don't remember. All right, so now the inside, if you'll look here, it's all nice and shiny. Okay, now let's do the outside. This is Tripoli. Once again, this is just going to take all the little scratches out. That's got it. Now I'm going to switch this wheel to my Rouge wheel. And so, Anna, if you'll push in here, you can kind of see right there that now it's all nice and smooth. Now, I'm just going to, before you get too far away, let me hit it quickly with Rouge. And now look at the difference of it when you hit it with Rouge. So now we're just going to basically come in here. And Rouge basically takes about a millisecond. Like that right there. Then we're going to put it in an ultrasonic cleaner, leave it in the cleaner for, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. And it's an opal, it can handle it, but I'm not going to leave it in there for very long. And then we'll steam it off, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end.